Internet, my name is Deusiudex and welcome to a new series and a new game, namely game Dev Tycoon, a game that I just recently got for Christmas, because I celebrate Christmas, and it's more or less a game about game development. It's sort of a tycoon game, which can be compared to Zoo Tycoon or Roller Coaster Tycoon if you ever played those types of games. Namely, you sort of build your own company and you live to become the best at what you do. More or less, you try to make the games the best. You try to make the most money. You try to succeed at it. And I was thinking of doing a playthrough of it because I've actually done a playthrough already, but I wanted to do another playthrough to record it and to be able to just have some fun and document my ideas of the game as I play along and see if you guys enjoyed it. So, anyway, here's the first screen that you get when you come into the game. It says, "Welcome to Game Dev Tycoon. In this business simulation, you've been transported back in time to start your very own game development company right at the beginning of the PC revolution. In the next 35 years, you can build your dream company, create best-selling games, gain fans, and become the leader of the market." So more or less, as I explained, that's you own your own game company and you try to become the best. So let's see what we can start here. Before you can start, you have to give your upcoming company a name. Should we just call it company name? No. Let's call it... Well, player name we can do first. It's quite simple. Deusiudex, of course. And how should it look like? That's more similar to me, I guess, of those. And I think that green, since green is my favorite color, that seems awesome. Company name. Well, maybe DaMaDuProductions. That's what I load. That's my YouTube channel name. No, I don't think so. We will have Aertunum Infinitum. That's a quite, for those of you who understand Latin, that's quite that's quite a double meaning of those words. Aertum is forever and infinitum is like infinite, more or less. So forever infinite. It's a quite weird, but we're gonna call it that because I like Latin and we're gonna have it like that quite simply. So let's get going on Game Dev Tycoon. Since you have played this game before, you can just yeah, why not? If you ever want to review the tutorial message, thank you. Congratulations, we have just started our own tycoon. We don't have any employments, so it's only us. It's only us, Deusiudex here, and our own garage with our time machine car there and our Pong on the wall. So let's get going and start developing our first game. So it's the first year, the first months of the first week, and develop a new game. Before development, you have to decide what kind of game you want to create and give your game a name. You can also decide with graphic technology your game should use. Yeah, this is the game becomes very more advanced later in the game. You can have random events. There's tons of topics. There's even several genres as well, and that you can unlock later. And the games also become expansive in the way that you can add on to them with tons of types of add-ons, and for example, no loading screens and other things like that. So our first 4 topics, these are spawned randomly every time you create a new company. For example, last time that I did this, I had military and those types of topics, but now we have spy, werewolf, fashion, and life. I did not know how to make a fashion game. Maybe a werewolf RPG, maybe spy. Yeah, let's do a spy. I like spies. Watched the Chuck a lot when I was a bit younger. Not a lot younger. I'm still young, but a couple of years ago, watched a lot of Chuck. Action, adventure, RPG, simulation, or strategy. A spy strategy where you have to set out your spies like a Cold War type of. No, not really. Simulation, you simulate a spy. No, not really. RPG, I guess. Adventure would work. Action spy would work as well. That's an RPG. You role play a spy during the Cold War or something. That's what we're gonna call it. So how about we call it the 008. The quantum physical sun from Quantum Solace, but well, what the hell? Let's call it that. G64 costs 20,000 to make it to G64. At 56 market share percent. This is 44, and yes, as you can see, this is what I have from before. So let's put it on the PC. It's easy. It's cheaper to develop for, and see that's how much it costs. So I really didn't really think much of this game when I was gonna buy it. I saw it was on quite a large sale, so I like, why not? I might as well try it. But it really grew on me. It's really fun. You can really do a lot of things, and as I said, it gets expansive, and just the creative aspect of this is really nice. So game development runs through 3 stages. At the beginning of each stage, you can decide what areas of the game you want to focus on. Picking the right focus for your game greatly increases the points you generate. Think about what areas are important for your game and decrease the focus on areas where you think less are important. If you want to read a brief description of the different areas, please refer to the help menu. I will not do that, but if you ever play the game, then it's really good. While generating game reports, you start to gain insight about the development process and learn about, yeah, that we will get to later. So, let's move on. Yeah, and you can have pluses and minuses. And as you see, I've already gone through the game here, so we know that for an RPG, you know that these are, so, no wait. Before we get into that, this is the first stage of development where you have to choose between the engine, the gameplay, and the story and the quest. So, for different genres and different even topics as well, you have to decide what is important for that game to be the best. For example, if you were to play the 0008, the quantum physical sun, what would you want to have the focus on? If it's gonna be holy, well, that's just really awkward, really. Yeah, something just fell off my desk, and we're just gonna move along. Don't mind that. Okay, okay. 2 seconds, guys. Here we go. I'm back. Don't question it. Really, it was I just had a sort of a painting fall practically on my head, but I'm okay now. So let's keep moving along. As I was saying, yes, the story, the quest, you have the gameplay, and have the engine. So for an RPG, if you're gonna have this be a Cold War game, you need to rack up the story and quests, or you have to increase the story and quests to make it more important. And the gameplay. Like how the game progresses. And the engine, I don't really think you need that important engine, really. It's more or less going to be a spy game, so I think that we're going to keep it something like that. And you can see in the bottom that that's double minus. It's not really that important for this type of genre and topic. Not sort of important, 2 pluses, and really important, 3 pluses. So that's sort of how I've allocated this, and it's a ratio scale between these. So if I were to increase this all up to top, or increase that all the way down to the bottom, then it will still have to be some type of engine in it, because it's not possible to remove everything of it. So let's start on 008, the quantum physical sun. It's not that good of a name. I've had lots of better names before. While developing, you'll generate game points, which you can see bubbling up. Game points are developed into design points. There we have it. Those are orange, and technology points. There we go. And the more points you generate, the better the game will be. So yes, and then we will also generate bugs as well, because when you write code, you write bugs, apparently. I want to get into the gaming industry, or just learn how to code. I just never really got into it that much. But anyway, here's this development stage number 2. So we can have dialogues, we can have level design, or artificial intelligence. And as this is an RPG game, I mean, AI doesn't really have to be that good. Level design, I mean, how our spy is gonna look like, yeah, or not how our spy is gonna look like, how the levels where the spy is gonna move around. And the dialogues, really, I mean, it's we have to have the Russian and the American accents working, so I think we'll keep it like that. And as you can see, again, the pluses and minuses are what I'm basing this off of, so let's keep going. We have 1 bug. I should mention right now that there is a certain ratio of the design and technology that one should go for each type of game that I know of, but I will try to disregard that when I make this game. So during development, you can also select additional features for a game. Right now, you can only pick basic sounds. See, as I mean, the game really becomes expensive later with more options, for example, sound there. So you'll also see the graphic type. Yes, just remind us of the graphics. Okay, so world design, graphics, and sound. It's not really that important with sound, really. As you can see, the pluses and minuses. We're gonna be in Russia and the USA, just being spies, really. Graphics is quite important. I want to have good graphics, but it's still 2D graphics, so maybe not that important. World design. We'll keep it like that. We'll try. We'll try something here. 008, the quantum physical sun. And so yeah, here's our cache. And now we have to finish the button once we have fixed the bugs. This game really is interesting when you get down to it. And now we can finish the game with 17 design and 8 technology. Let's see how it goes. When development is completed, you will be presented with a summary of the experience game. So we'll gain experience for each of these things. We can have engine, gameplay, and all of the types of all of the types of development stages, and myself, Deusiudex is on towards level 2, and things will become unlocked as levels increase, more or less. Your game is not complete and will be handed off to publishing. We should see reviews and sales coming in soon. And now you can research, because I can research. Exactly, you can research new options and new game types, and it will improve our games. It gets expensive, so try to develop games with different topic and genres to reach light. So we can create a custom engine, but I think we should do that after we have made a couple of games. We need 50 research points anyway. So what should we do? Medieval, comedy, government, or racing? A racing game? I'm gonna make I don't know. Super Mario Kart? No, not really. Yeah, let's make Super Mario Kart. I played a lot of Super Mario Kart this holiday season with my little brother. It's been awesome. I got my ass kicked the first couple of games, but because he plays it on a DS, but I got into it quite quickly. I don't play DS that much. Anyway, here we go. These are our first reviews. We got star games with a 7, 7, 6, and an 8. That's reasonable. It's an average 7. That's a above average game. Quite good enough. Game reports are a great way to gain research points as well as valuable insight into ways the games work and what to do when developing a game. So we will generate a game report once we have researched that. Aertunum Infinitum, a newcomer in the game industry, has just released 008, the Quantum Physical Sun. The game received favorable reviews. With such a good start, Aertunum Infinitum are sure to gain fans quickly. Let's see how many units we sell here. We have sold about 4,000 in the first week. That's reasonable, I guess. We made it to number 22. That's good enough. I've noticed that for every first game you make, the whatever you sort of ratios you have, you'll always get the same reviews anyway, and you also get the same sales. So the first game, as it is sort of a part of the tutorial, it will just sort of be that way. And whenever we'll reach revenue from that game every week, and we have gained 32 fans. Well, that's awesome. 32 people like our game. So now we have researched that, and before we make a final game, we'll generate a game report on that, and we'll see what happens. So yeah, I think that will be a first good enough episode. You've seen sort of how, just a general or a really brief summary of how this game would work. If you have any comments on sort of how I should improve in terms of audio, or how I should change my commenting style, or if I should replay or restart this series with